everyone, welcome to the comments section of What's Your Opinion from last time. We're talking about the Sun and Moon news and what you guys had to write. And joining me again is Fawful's Minion and TheQuarterGuy.
Hello. Heyo.
If you guys don't remember how this works, because it's been 3 years since I've done this.
Whew.
From last time, we look at the comments from the last video, and now we're going to talk about them here to see if anybody had an interesting idea, or a theory, or a very strong opinion about what they've learned from the video.
Replying to mean comments.
As much as I would have loved to have included some of the ones that were just like, dude, I love seeing all three of you in the same video, that's awesome! Like,
that's a lot of comments. It's like, that's flattering, but, it helps. I'm sure it helps the video.
Yeah. Lots of ideas, lots of things to talk about.
We love you too, guys.
Dude, I love the one that actually said, like, these three are legit like brothers, I swear.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
a good one. Thank
Separated.
you. I forget who wrote that, but thank you for that. Okay, so our first comment comes from IXSOR-YT. My only question is this. Will the Alolan form Pokemon be able to change forms whenever? And if so, will they be able to keep their moves in between forms? I mean, obviously Alolan Ninetales will have ice moves, but if it can change forms, will it keep a move like, say, Ice Beam or Moonblast when it's back in its non-Alolan form?
I highly doubt you'll be able to change that.
Yeah, I think they're born in that form and stay that way.
Well, yeah, it changes their molecular structure.
I mean, I don't think we're going to be seeing them be able to change mid-battle. And to be honest, it's kind of hard to say if there's even going to be a way that you can change them back to their non-Alolan forms. There may be some kind of way, but for the most part, I think it's going to be if you're from the Alolan form, you're going to have these moves permanently. I don't think it's going to be like Rotom where you can just constantly switch, but then only one move is changed.
No, yeah, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. Honestly, it wouldn't make sense because, you know, despite what you say, despite what people say, Pokemon, it can abide to logic. That's not how Darwinism works. You don't just reverse the genetic code of Pokemon. It's like, I
was going to bring up Darwin because this seems like Pokemon's display of Darwinism.
And it's awesome.
Yeah, Majestic, Alola, Ninetales.
I guess it might also depend on how many extra moves they can learn. I mean, if it can only use like Ice Beam and maybe Moonblast, then I don't see them. Then maybe it's possible where they can just change it because I mean, let's face it, this is Pokemon. They can do whatever the heck they want. Nothing really makes sense. Period.
I mean, they've got a Keyring Pokemon,
that's really good.
Which is almost one of the most frightening Pokemon in the whole series.
Oh God! But yeah, I'd like to like. This is a Pokemon video, not Zelda.
Let go of my field, you little such and such.
Such and such. Okay. But take a look at like legendary forms. Okay, those are story driven. I don't think you'll be able to change it, and I'd rather it be that way personally.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to say, but I think that these are going to have their forms, and that's the way they're going to stay. There's going to be another comment that comes up later on that'll also ask an even bigger question, but we'll get there when we get there.
I mean, consider this. Remember Shellos and Gastrodon in like the Gen 4 games?
Yeah.
Once you caught one form, even though it's cosmetic, you couldn't change it back. You couldn't change it back.
Nope, you couldn't.
Nope.
To like solve that problem, I hope just you can catch the regular forms in another area. If it gets to a problem, to be a problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, next comment.
Our next one comes from JJ Slider. This
I
poor
like that
guy.
name.
This guy wants the impossible. And the worst part is we all agree with him. The thing I most hope for in Gen 7...
Is it multiple...
Yes, that's the one.
God.
Dude,
as much as I'd love it.
It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
I know. It almost did happen once. They almost did, but the reason they said they couldn't do it was because they needed the space for the nicknames. I'd gladly give up nicknames for an extra save slot.
Wait, when were they trying to do that?
In the first generation.
All the way back then?
Yes.
Well, I can understand.
Games were the reason.
Well, I can understand that because Red and Blue almost didn't happen. But nowadays, are you serious?
No, I don't think that's the reason. I think the reason now is because they don't want to get people getting like multiple legendaries and just things like that.
Oh. Yeah. Gotta have it have monies.
Yeah, if you want to play again, buy the game again. Which sucks. I mean, I love the idea of starting over a brand new file and then just sending them like an egg and then having like a new game plus kind of mode. But, you know, I don't want to spend that much money on this.
To be fair, Pokemon Bank does help with your Pokemon, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's not. We want it, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay, the next comment comes from GamerLink5, and I included this one because I had to, and I think Quarter Guy is gonna appreciate this too. So Solar Beam is now Monado Buster. I'm okay with this.
So Lurantis and Fomantis are basically like disciples of Shulk.
Buster!
Smash!
Oh, God.
It works so well.
Being a nerd is so fun.
Yes.
Anyway, I guess that one was for fun.
That was for fun. We gotta have a couple of those.
Well, we gotta have some for glory, too. So, go ahead.
And then for friends.
Yeah.
Alright, next up we have Proto L. Maybe those 4 trial champions are the new Elite Four? It's possible?
Okay, I had like a theory / daydream like on Twitter saying, what if Sun and Moon are all about creating this region's Elite Four?
And somehow I doubt that.
That sounds pretty cool. However, there was, and that also reminds me, one time ago, I wish I could remember this, but it was when the conversation with me, Wee Dude, and Orange Jinjo, or Ampharos Man.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this idea of, what if you became the champion, but you had to be able to defend your title?
That also went in. That's also a side comment in the same tweet I just proposed. Again, I think it's daydreaming, but it'd be so cool. Like the final battle is against a rival coming to you.
Yes.
Final battle, title defense.
That'd be like
Mr. Sandman.
that'd be the ultimate curvy swervy for like Gen 1, because you got to the Pokemon League and it was your rival. Oh no! I don't know.
You become the champion, and in the post game title defense match, it's your rival.
I mean, why not? It just sounds like such a good idea.
Yeah, that's just like, it can happen. We don't know everything about this new gimmick.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? It could be all baloney. Like, period. It could be just gym leaders. I don't know.
I mean, I'm just putting this out there just for the record because, I mean, it maybe comes true in the future and this guy gets the gloat. I don't know. That's always a fun moment to have.
Who has 2 thumbs up and saw it coming? This guy! Well, I just wanted it, so, okay.
Alright, I guess we can move on to our next comment then.
Okay.
Darkstone93. Funny enough, Executor's Alola form was used on the box art for the TCG Jungle set in 1997. Again, odd things in the past become real, like Muna's family and Ghost Grass types.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the picture just today, I was like, that is definitely a longer neck, however, it doesn't show the dragon tail. But, I mean, that's still pretty interesting.
Well,
yeah, wasn't that a bootleg cart?
That'd be funny. Bootleg's a funny word, by the way.
Yeah.
Bootleg. Okay.
Goes back to the Prohibition era. I still don't know the origin of the word. Why they said bootleg.
It's just funny to see some of the older stuff that's been referenced in Pokemon coming back. Make a full circle.
I don't think this is them saying it's been there all the time. You just had to get the obscure reference. No, it's like it's taking an old design and bringing it back. Yeah, that's great. And you know, a lot of the Alola forms could just be beta ideas, beta concepts for the Pokemon, and that'd be amazing. Imagine seeing the Crystal Onyx Oh god, that'd be so cool. Oh.
I'm sorry, my mind was blown a little bit. I'm trying to recover.
Oh, number one.
Oh god.
Okay, our next
Random cars!
Yeah, our next comment comes from Niffinland. I hope I'm saying that right.
Niffinland, yeah.
Niffinland.
I know.
Okay, if there's one Pokemon that is very likely to get Alola form, that would be Marowak. It's said that Kiwi, the Fire-type island captain, has Marowak in his team, so Fire-type Marowak shouldn't be so surprising. But the Alola form I wish the most is Rock Fire-type Golem, a volcanic nuke. Just a quick little update. After we recorded everything, we got some Koro leaks the next morning, and turns out Marowak is actually going to be both Ghost and Fire, so yeah, good observation, you guys. Nice one.
Yeah, that'd be cool, but I mean, Cubone and Marowak getting the Alolan form, it's perfect. Fire Dancer. The club, you can just twirl that.
Yes, you're right, just like he does in like Stadium 1 and Stadium 2.
And we got bongos playing.
As for the whole Rock Fire-type Golem, I like the concept, but I think of Macargo whenever I hear Fire Rock, and it just fills me with, I don't want to train it. That thing is dead against ground, water, and is so slow it'll barely survive anything. I mean, it might have sturdy, but...
It's bad.
Yeah.
And you know what? On the subject of Macargo, just a funny little joke to spice this up. It says it's like hot enough to... It's Pokedex entries, which are baloney a lot of the time.
Yes.
It says it's so hot that rain evaporates on contact. Then why isn't it immune to water?
I can't handle that much, I guess. Same way, I still remember the episode of, in Pokemon, it was when they were sending Charizard to the Charcific Valley. He fell in the water. His tail flame was still on. So it's like, okay.
It's like, yeah, you remember that
anime logic.
Remember the episode where Charizard almost died to a Poliwrath? Yeah, this kind of, slaps it in the face. That was an awesome episode.
Okay.
Okay, next comment.
Yep. Wee Monkey 2. I didn't want a new Ninetales form at first, and then I ate my words. Something I noticed about how they described Z attacks is they said a Pokemon needs to learn a move that is the same type as the Z Crystal. It never said it had to be the same type as the Crystal, so that means that this could be used for a lot of powerful surprise attacks. Now, I went to Cerebi.net to check this out, and kind of what he says, or some of what he says, actually does match up.
Well, yeah, you can always find a loophole. So, I gotta pinpoint the tiniest details twisted around.
Yeah.
It's like, Pokemon fans were the original Five Nights at Freddy's fans.
Yes. Okay. But it does say on here, it says, there are a few, on the Cerebi.net site regarding Z moves, it says, there are a few restrictions, as well as only once per battle. The Pokemon has to know a move of the same type as their special Z Crystal, so a Pikachu can't use Gloom Doom unless it knows the move Grass Knot.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is gonna mean, every Pokemon can use the Poison one, because it's toxic, and everybody, for some reason, everybody can learn the Fire and Water type, because they can learn, a bird can learn Rain Dance and Sunny Day.
Yes. So watch out, guys.
That's gonna be dumb, if that's the case.
I mean, it really depends. We don't know if this information is true or not. We don't have the game. Nobody does. But, I mean, that just sounds awesome. But I want to know, does it have to be an actual attack, or is it just some kind of status?
If it's an attack, I'll be fine with that. Because status, that's, too easy to abuse.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, the meta game will love that, though. But most people probably won't. It's like,
Well, I thought it was a really cool, interesting detail to point out. So, good on you, Wee Monkey 2, for getting that.
Yeah. Sharp one.
Alright, next up we have Dashing Jack. Going back to the announcement on hyper training, what do you guys think about it? As someone who has IV bred before, this is truly one of the best things to happen in Pokemon. I can give you 4 reasons on why this is a good thing. 1. Your PC will not be as clustered with useless Pokemon. 2. You no longer have to worry about a Pokemon's IVs when breeding, leaving you to focus on nature's abilities, moves, and shiny breeding. 3. It gives people who play fair the tools to go toe-to-toe with hackers and making hacking Pokemon, at least for perfect IVs, natures, and abilities, pretty much pointless. 4. The Pokemon you have used in your previous playthroughs can now be competitively viable. Okay, I definitely get where this guy's going, because trust me, it still takes a long time to get a perfect IV-trained Pokemon.
What about your Ditto?
Even with that one. It still takes a while. By the way, how's the cycle I gave you?
Oh, he's good. It's a sickle, by the way.
Oh, dang it. I was so close.
The cycle is bicycle.
Yeah.
Dang it, I was so close. But
Sickle is what Death from Castlevania has in his hands.
It was a Gallade, by the way. Like psych, sickle. Yeah. I'm pretentious.
Dual disc Mega Gallade.
Okay.
But I do like. I mean, I love the concept of, hey, the Pokemon are no longer set in stone. You can actually raise them to their max. You don't have to worry about that. So if something ever did happen to my Ditto, because I'm still scared to death that this is probably a hacked Pokemon, that I swear I traded this for a Mew, okay? This is a Japanese Ditto I got. I don't want to get rid of it because it's a gold mine. So...
Well, there's a lot of scumbags out there, dude.
Yes, there are. But, I mean, hey, I'm passing on the wealth. You're not the only one I've ever given a perfect IV to.
Oh, so, I know.
So if anybody, so it's pretty cool.
This could also be really cool for all those mystery gifted Pokemon you get at level 100.
Yes.
God, I hate that. It's not like I want to, train them.
Yeah, I want to do something with them.
They're just trophies. By the way, guys, remember to get your Arceus.
Oh, yes, gotta get the GameStop.
Yes, and it is pronounced Arceus.
Actually, it's both ways. Believe it or not, it's actually both ways. They say I think they say Arceus in the movie, and then they say Arceus in Battle Revolution.
Say it how you want. It doesn't matter.
Yes. Who cares? We know what you're saying.
Anyway, the hyper training. It's interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I love the concept because it cuts out so much unwasted time.
It's kind of like the next evolution of the super training.
That's the point. Yeah.
Yep.
Super Fang, Hyper Beam, like Hyper Fang. Yeah, we know.
Yep.
So what's next then? The Omega Beam or something?
Oh, God.
It'll instantly get him to level 100 with perfect IVs.
Good lord.
That's when you know Pokemon has really run out of ideas.
They ain't ever running out of ideas at this point.
They'll just keep coming up with stuff.
They can make anything work. They're wizards.
Okay.
They make a keychain awesome.
You don't have to tell me.
Anyway, next comment.
Okay, our next one is Omega Metal Master. This is the one we were talking about earlier. To be honest, all I want in Sun and Moon is an electric dark type.
Oh, yeah. According to a leak that at this point may or may not be confirmed or deconfirmed, but apparently
grain of salt.
we might be getting one. I forgot. God, I popped it up, but there's a possibility we will be getting one. Yeah, but there's always a possibility. So.
Always that strong possibility.
Yep.
Not really much we can say about that, but at this point it's just like, I've always wanted to see what an electric dark type would be. What would it look like?
Volt Terror.
Okay. I mean, the last time I was ever curious about a typing was fighting flying, and that was answered perfectly.
Yeah.
Staraptor.
What? No, that wasn't it.
Oh wait, no, it's not Star. That was...
Staraptor can learn close combat. I can understand why you get confused.
Wait, yeah, I get confused.
It's Hawlucha.
Yeah, that's right, Hawlucha. That was what it was.
Who needs to be in Pokken?
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, we're getting Darkrai with legs.
This was in the other video. Jeez, QG. Oh yeah.
It's alright.
Also, side joke. Hawlucha can't learn submission.
You know what? Dang it! Did you read my script?
No.
Hawlucha can't learn submission, and it's a luchador.
It's stupid.
Missed opportunity there, Game Freak.
I swear you just said like 2 things that were in my script, so
Also-
you're spying on me.
Also, Growlithe can't learn Growl, and Gabite can't learn Bite.
Yeah, this is
Oh my god.
like, who makes up this stuff?
What? They're literally just being funny. Because it's hilarious.
Oh. Okay,
God.
so our next one is 8 Soma Cruises.
8 Soma Cruises.
Yep, 8 Soma Cruises. I'm not so sure what to think about the announcements, but I'm starting to worry Game Freak will announce everything, leaving no surprises left to find when I get around to playing it. It's also
Wow.
why I've been ignoring most of the updates. All in all, while the new Alola farms are cool and all, I just hope that more than the fan favorites get ones. Example of this not happening would be Omega Evolutions.
I don't know how to respond to that exactly.
Personally, I mean, I get everything that they're saying. Like, I don't want everything spoiled. I like to know the basic stuff, and then I'd like to see the surprises later on. But in this day and age, things just get leaked, and it sucks. It's hard to get away from them.
To go back to plumber school with all the leaks.
I know.
Old joke is old.
But this could be like the Brawl cutscenes versus the Smash 4 cinematics. This whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way that they show it and introduced it for Smash 4 cutscenes. Those were, like, oh, that was the perfect way to introduce the character.
It's eye candy.
Yeah. My favorites were the Mega Man reveal, the Rosalina reveal, and the Bowser Jr. reveal.
They were all awesome. I guess to respond to this, you can't please everybody. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's sad to say, no, you can't please everyone, but at the same time, it's like, if you really have the patience and determination to avoid every leak, go for it, man. I want to avoid as much of it as I can. I'm treating every leak either spoiler or not real. I'm just going to wait to see if it's cool, see if it's really I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I think it's time to move on to the next comment. We kind of agree. We hope that
Determination!
yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
I think the only way that they can keep any kind of surprises in this day and age is through DLC, and even then that sometimes gets leaked.
You can't. There's always someone that's going to try to ruin it. So
Next
Like,
question. Next comment.
Yeah, just to go on that record, it sometimes feels like you have to announce the things before you finalize them. Like they did with Mewtwo. Nobody saw that announcement coming. There were leaks, but it was fake.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyway.
Yeah, our next one is Ash XX May FTW. As if a
shipper.
lot of us didn't know what that
Shipping.
means.
A shipper. Free shipping.
I don't care.
Ship it like FedEx.
I shipped 3 of them anyway, so it doesn't matter. Ash May is one of them. Okay, so
CJ, you're so interesting.
just
Anyway.
to add, the comment says, just to add something to the right Pokemon, in the info box, it states you can call on these Pokemon whenever and wherever you are. In fact, in the artwork, you can see one of the trainers holding a weird Pokeball and what looks like a communicator.
You know what this reminds me of?
Pokemon Ranger.
No, the mystic animals in the Oracle games of Zelda, the Zelda games. You know, like Boosh and I forgot Ricky and all that. Link can call them at any point, just to like get through puzzles. This is exactly what it is. I'm surprised nobody's brought this up.
Well, here you go. Okay, next up, we have Power Proto Man. We need a reason to go after the Sun and Moon. Quotations quoting us. We need a reason to go after the Sun and Moon emissary Pokemon, end quote. No, we honestly don't, mainly because Gen 1s and 2 didn't give you a reason to go after them. They were just there and could be ignored. Also, as is stated on the Pokemon website, you need to clear all the trials on the island in order to get to the next. So that kind of removes the whole gym aspect.
Okay, I know what this is about. This is the whole structure versus non-linearity thing.
Yeah.
You gotta have some kind of structure.
It's a balancing act.
And everybody are all like, oh, Gen 1 and 2, they just let you go all over the place. It was so open.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
You had to get a certain item or a certain item, a certain badge to get through a certain obstacle.
At near the middle of the game, it kind of does with Celadon City and all that, Saffron City, like, you know, that whole cross. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
especially games nowadays, I feel they need structure. You know, something. If you can't bear to go without, like, your non-linear, don't tell me what to do adventure, wait for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
I mean, honestly, though, when you compare the legendaries of the first generation to something like Gen 4, 3, 4, 5, and 6, it's like, they are so overpowered compared to what we have. I mean, look at Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. If you just ignore the second movie, which, whatever, I mean, them running amok is going to mean the end of the world, yeah, sure.
Maybe if
Disturb not the harmony of fire, ice, and lightning.
Shut up, I love that movie.
No, it was a good movie, I'm just saying. It's taken way out of context with these Pokemon.
Oh god, Slow King's so funny.
But yeah, like, generally speaking, legendaries have gotten generally better, and, like, they're more robust and they're more powerful. I mean, it doesn't get much more powerful than cosmic deities.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Because I mean, you just look at it. It's like here's a bird Pokemon that makes it snow. Here's one that controls time. Which one is gonna be harder to go after? Which one feels like it needs a story-driven mechanic to get to it?
Yeah. Well, you know, people are always gonna want simple. There's gonna be people that want something simple, and there's gonna be plenty of people that want complex things. You know.
Right.
Again, you can't please everybody.
Now,
yeah, you gotta have the porridge just right, and that's very hard.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, when you look at Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, there is a ton of those legendaries that you can just go after.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I feel like yeah, it needs a build-up. It needs a good build-up to why you're getting this Pokemon, or why you may need to befriend it, or stop it from going on a rampage.
There's tension and motivation and
yeah,
driving force. It's like I value that more than just non-linearity, at least in a Pokemon game.
Yeah, again,
I mean, I'm okay
balancing act.
I'm okay with like discovering some legendary Pokemon that don't need that mechanic, but at the same time, it's like I feel special when I finally get it.
Honestly, you feel like the chosen one.
Yes.
You are the chosen one! You're supposed to bring balance to the force, not destroy it!
High ground!
Oh, God. Anyway, God, you guys, Jesus. But yeah, for like exploration and stuff like that, I'd rather have that be in the post game.
Yes.
It's like, I went through this region, it's like, ooh, there's probably things I haven't been to yet. I feel like exploring because the main conflict is done with. I prefer that way more. That's just me, though. So.
No, I completely agree. I feel like there are some Pokemon that need that story-driven mechanic, and then you have the ones you can just go after later on.
As long as it doesn't become overbearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess. Or as what they did with X and Y, you had to randomly run into Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres like 12 times before you can go catch them.
And then it runs away before you can even do a thing.
Yeah. Like, hi, bye. 9 more times. I'm sick
hello,
of this!
Goodbye, hello, goodbye, hello, goodbye, hello, goodbye, hello, goodbye.
Get in the ball now!
It's like, hey, fan service. Okay, bye. Okay, I think we should go to the next comment.
Yeah, we should.
We're squalling over this.
Okay.
Squabbling.
Musomania 27. I don't think Mega Evolution is being dropped. I'm sure one of the reasons why X and Y's new Mon count was so small was because they were introducing Megas as well, and this time around they want to bring in more new Pokemon and simply might not add any new Megas. So he's thinking that they're going to keep the mechanic but not just add any new ones? That doesn't sound too cool, to be honest. Like, even though I don't really use Megas, I still like to see the new ones. You know, I love to see what the new designs are, what their new abilities could be. It's like, finally, Charizard's a dragon! It makes sense now!
It's something new to see.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't even think that's really much of an excuse, considering, like, Alola we're getting, like, a lot of new Pokemon in this, and on top of Alola forms. But then again, X and Y could have been just technically working the ground up. I don't know.
I think, like, I have, like, a new theory. If Mega Evolutions are back, is there a possibility that you have to choose either the Z Crystal or the Mega Evolution? Because you have to wear both things on your wrist, so it's kind of interesting that you would have like 2 wristbands, and just having both of them just seems like you're truly overpowered. I think there has to be some kind of balance, like you can either have one or the other. Which one will you choose? But that's assuming Mega Evolutions come back.
I guess we'll find out one way or the other.
That's right. I mean, information's got to pop up somewhere.
Yeah.
Alright, so our next one is... Oh, man. This is another one for giggles. I like this one.
Oh, God.
Yes, get ready. Dear. Get ready, guys. You're going to love this one. David Damon. So hear me out on this, right? Alola Ludicolo. Eh?
Yeah. That sounds actually about right.
I want to see that.
Hail the return of Mirror B!
Oh, dude! Dude, that's another comment coming up soon.
He better have 5 Oricorio.
Yeah. Somebody else said
and an Alola Ludicolo.
Dude, Alola Ludicolo, what the heck would that be?
Like a hula dancer.
Well, right, but I mean, like, could it change types?
Probably.
Maybe
it
that's
gets extra spicy.
Yes, maybe to be grass fire.
Or it's like its passion to dance is so intense. It turns to fire.
It burns.
It burns.
Burns with passion.
It burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire.
Just side note, get this. Alolan Stunfisk is a rockfish. Stonefish.
I've seen the pictures.
That's kind of scary. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Here we have a really interesting one. This should generate a lot of debate. Spark. Okay. And that's just his name, Spark.
Okay.
Random question that some people won't find interesting. But I do.
It's part of the video, so it's kind of interesting.
Do Sandshrew and Alola Sandshrew have the same national dex number as each other? It's important for competitive play as you can't use 2 Pokemon of the same dex number on a team. Now, I see where he's going with this, because I don't think you can have like 5 different Rotoms in your team, right?
No. You just use Wash Rotom, it's broken anyway.
Already there. But I definitely get what these guys are saying. Like, that would kind of suck if they're the same ones. But I would have to think that if this is a completely brand new, like, elemental type Pokemon, then it has to have like some kind of new Pokedex entry to go with it.
Well, this is a case where we can't really predict it. I mean, we've had form changes, and they are the same dex number because it's technically the same Pokemon. This is a form change on an all-new level.
Yeah.
Honestly, and this is like such a significant change, it'd be weird if they were the same dex number. It'd be really weird.
You think so?
Or
we know so.
Yeah.
I mean,
or maybe to just as a hot fix for this whole complication, maybe there could be just a new like rule, like it can't be literally the same Pokemon, but it can be it could be a new exception for Alola forms.
I'd be willing to deal with that.
It's a different Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's essentially a different Pokemon. Same technical species, but a variant thereof.
I mean, you can't really say that it's the same thing as the Rotom condition because this is an extremely different case.
Yeah.
Rotom actually makes a bit of sense, but this is like it doesn't.
It's huge. Up. This is a big mechanic.
Yeah.
I guess this is a case of who has the problem here. So.
Indeed.
We'll have to wait and see because this is a new mechanic, new outcome, new rules. So who knows? But that is interesting.
Yeah.
That is a good question.
Yeah, I honestly think that it's going to be. I think you will be able to use both forms, even if it doesn't get a dex number. But I don't know. It just feels like there has to be something. Like Anyway, I feel like you will be able to use both. I don't think they'd be able to gyp you that badly.
That'd be stupid.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be fair.
No, it wouldn't.
It would be a dumb idea. I mean...
Yeah. So, just a waiting game.
Yeah, not much we can really say about that. I mean, we hope that you can use both.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and our next comment comes from Nate the Caliastro Cup champion.
Ooh.
The one thing I want in Pokemon Sun and Moon is something really obscure. I want Mirror B to make a comeback.
Salsa!
No, I do not want Mirror V in a mainstream game. I want a new Shadow Pokemon game. I want one so bad. Those games are good. I don't care what any of you say.
What about that interesting leak that they're making a Mario and Pokemon game for NX? If that's even to be believed.
I think those are two separate games.
Oh, God. Mario and Pokemon. Oh, my goodness.
I really don't.
I don't really believe the rumor, but that'd be cool. I don't believe it, but yeah. All right.
I don't think they would do that. I mean, I think the point is, we all want to see Mirror V again. I want to go back to Ori.
Yeah. And of course, he has to have and he has to have all the Ori choreos, because somebody else wrote that in the comment section. I can't remember who it was, but you kind of have to give it that.
Or have him have like one, and every rematch it changes. That'd be great.
Now it gets interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that also brings up the same fact, like Ori choreo is also different types, but you can't train all of them. So yeah, maybe he'd have to change it.
Yeah, but you can technically catch different ones. So.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, well, you know what, never mind. In Coliseum, he actually had, like, what, 4 Ludicolo anyway, so...
In Coliseum, he had 5 and a Shadow Sudowoodo the first time.
There we go.
That's right.
So, technically, he can in the games, but we won't be able to in online competitive play. So, alright, whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, next up we have Chandler Redding. He leaves a link, and I'm going to try and put this in the description box.
Okay.
This goes back to the Writing Pokemon. Writing Pokemon does replace HMs. You can use them in any route, and force from what I have seen, and look like they replace Rock Smash, Tauros, Surf, Lapras, Fly, Charizard, Rock Climb, Mudsdale, and the Item Finder, Stoutland. Look, we all want to believe that this is true. I haven't gone to the link yet, but I'm really hoping that we can finally be done with HMs for good.
I want to believe. Darn it.
But here's the thing. This also goes to the fact that Surf, it's a good move. Why? They could just make it TMs. What's wrong with you guys?
I know, right?
All right. Our next comment comes from PSB123.
Oh, I know him.
Yep.
Ah, yes, him.
Okay, I'm hoping for a Alola Farms of the Dratini line. Give Dratini and Dragonair even more elegant designs while giving Dragonite a design that doesn't butcher the elegance of the pre-evolutions. Dragon Fairy typing, perhaps?
Yeah. I like the contrast, okay? You want Dratini, you use Dratini, okay? It's like, I like the contrast firstly, but I get what he's saying. If Alolan Vulpix looks that pretty, imagine Alolan Dragonair.
Yes.
Woo! That'd be like so pretty.
Dude, I can't even imagine the wings on an Alolan Dragonite.
Oh goodness. Or imagine it's like instead of a smile, it's always angry. Like that, like a.
It's like American box art Kirby.
Oh God! It's like I've often thought of that idea for like a skin for Pac-Man. He's always frowning in Smash 4.
You know? I love his smile,
I say American box art Kirby, but the exception being Planet Robobot, because that look on his face, the look on Kirby's face in the Planet Robobot box art is pure determination.
Yeah!
Let's do this!
I'm
gonna mech!
I'm gonna kill everybody!
I'm Mega Man X! I've got my own right armor!
What was the question again? I'm kidding. I know it's okay.
Yeah.
But not much we can really go over it. We just like the concept, we like the idea, and it does make us wonder. So,
yeah.
Make a zero reference. Alright. We only have 2 more comments left. I know, there were so many comments that everybody was writing, but trust me guys, it's really hard to pick out some of the best ones and not make this an hour-long video.
Yeah, like one of the videos. Oh, God.
Okay, so next one up is a random lemon gamer. I think they probably haven't done this so that they may keep new a Pokemon that hasn't changed really since it was made other than its sprite. Logically, Mew should have a Mega Evolution. Mewtwo, a creative Pokemon, has a 2 Mega Evolution and 2 different Mega Stones. Somehow.
Because fan service.
Yeah.
Mew should get people love Mewtwo.
Mew should get something special because now it seems like a cute little legendary with nothing that special besides being able to learn every move, but
Ditto and every other Pokemon. Not unique.
Yeah, but Ditto and every other Pokemon that can learn Transform can technically do that too. I still love Mew.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the guy's still going on. I still love Mew, and I have ideas for Mega Mew. 1, a fairy type, because Mew seems like a fairy to me for whatever reason. 2, lots of elements, because Mew can learn pretty much every move. 3, bubbles. You probably already know why.
Okay, it's not like are you suggesting he's not already amazing? I think he just wants to come full circle.
He just wants... I mean, come on. I would love to see what a Mega Celebi would look like, so I get what he's going with Mega Mew.
But honestly, with how promising Alola forms look, I kind of don't want to see more Mega Evolutions. I know it sounds awful, but this feels more genuine.
You never seem to be much a fan of the Mega Evolutions in the first place.
No, my stance on them being overpowered at first was stupid and rushed, except for Mega Kangaskhan. Screw them.
Oh my gosh, that thing.
I really don't like it.
Yeah. The thing is, Mega Rayquaza, and this is just me going on a tangent, but
Mega Rayquaza's stupid.
It's like Rayquaza was the last Pokemon that needed a Mega Evolution, and yet they gave one because the plot.
Because potatoes.
Because GLaDOS.
Okay, it looks like I may have been wrong. I think that was actually our last comment.
Ooh.
He just wrote so much. I thought there was another comment from somebody else, but that was it. There's a lot of really good ideas out there. A lot of things we really agree with.
Some that make us scratch our heads.
Yeah, I mean.
Hey, you know what? That's Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Out of curiosity, which comments did you guys find appealing?
I appreciate someone else liking and acknowledging me or B. Thank you.
Thank you. Another set of Pokemon game when?
I hope so.
Yeah, having lived in Arizona, I can appreciate the Ori region a bit more.
Yeah. The SS Libra. That's just like a city in Arizona. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's just depressing. But yeah, this is a good set of comments, guys.
Yeah, I definitely like the Alola Ludicolio and the question about whether we can use...
Ludicolio.
I like the question about can we use both sets, like Alolan and non-Alolan, in battles.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I really hope we can.
Yeah.
I mean, in single player, nothing's stopping us, but, you know...
We could have a team of all Darkrai's in single player, and no one would bat an eye.
Ooh. Yeah, sure. Maybe one of them will save you from a burning building. You know, you gotta laugh at ourselves at some point.
Quarter Guy, what comments did you find interesting in this?
Well, there was again the Ludicolio.
Right.
Or like the I know you like Lurantis with the Monado thing.
Yep. I was really feeling it.
Oh jeez.
I hate you.
Now you make me want to go play Smash.
Oh God.
In fact, I'll probably do that right after this conversation.
Next thing you know, they'll have chain attacks in Pokemon.
Time for chain attacks
in Pokemon.
Is this where we cut?
Nah, this is where we cut. I'll just say thank you guys for watching us. Thank you guys for joining me in this video. And I'm really hoping that the announcement on the 12th or the 11th is not going to make me do another one so soon.
And I hope I don't sleep in and miss it like a slowpoke. And if I do, Quarter Guy, you better be quiet.
All right.
I'm gonna slap you. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so since it took me this long to get the video done, I figured I might as well give you some of my initial thoughts on the new stuff that was shown off today. I apologize for not being able to get Quarter Guy and Fawful's Minion into this, but it just seems like it would have taken even longer to get the video done if I did, so I'm sorry for that. If you want to know what they think, I'm sure they're either going to have a comment, or they've already said what their thoughts on Twitter, or even on their YouTube page, so make sure you check them out for that. First up, wishy-washy. Okay, that's a sad-looking fish. And, okay, so it has that unique ability where once it reaches a certain level, it gets other wishy-washy to form together around it, and they just become this super giant fish that wrecks everything. Nice pun, by the way. I'm not going to show it. Not going to show any of the puns, really, but it's an interesting concept, but from what I saw in the Japanese video, it looks like after it gets hit, they actually scatter, so you're back in this little form. Like, once you've hit, it looks like when you've been hit, it activates, and once you get hit again, it deactivates. It's really weird the way it works. So, what happens when double slap is used, or, you know, those kind of moves? I don't know how it really works, but that's just what I've noticed. But then again, I can't read Japanese, so we'll see what happens. Next up, Fukumoku? Fukumoku, is that what it is? That's going to be a very difficult word to say. I'm guessing people are already trying to say it horribly inappropriately. That's just my guess. But it looks like when it faints, it's basically vomits on the opposing target and causes damage to them. Yeah, not really a whole that much I can say about a couple of these. They only showed 3 of the new Pokemon from the Alola region, and the other one is Morlo, which is just 3 mushrooms. Yeah, not all that much. We'll get to the Alola forms later, though. I'll get there. Next up, we have the grunts of the game. The enemy gang, the team that's going to be working against you, Team Skull. And apparently they're made up of rejects of people who couldn't become captains in the Alola region. So it makes sense that they have... I like the fact that they actually have a driving force. I know we said that word in the video, but I like the fact that that their goal is all the same. They're all the same people who just couldn't make it. And I'm betting that they're basically going to be the ones going after the Sun and Moon legendary Pokemon, and they're going to use this as a way to say, like, oh, you should have made us captains. I've spoiled the entire game already. Who knows? And then we have our 3 new Alola Pokemon. First up is Alola Meowth, which is Dark type. Okay, interesting. Next we had Alola Marowak, and Alola Meowth and Alola Marowak were both already leaked, but hey, there's Alola Marowak spinning his club, so we got that. Just in case if you were wondering before in the video, there it is. And last but not least, thank you. Thank you for not forgetting about Raichu. You made an Alola form Raichu. Thank you. It looks adorable, like even more so than usual, and it's a surfer. Like, I know it had the move, like, he would surf on its tail in Pokemon Stadium and all that, but this is just... How can you not appreciate this? It has the extra type to it, which is always neat, always appreciated. And its move Surge Surfer, whenever the electric terrain is activated, it doubles its speed. Okay, I like the design and I like this. But really there's not all that much to talk about, so I'm glad I don't have to make another What's Your Opinion video. Just kind of putting that out there. So, I don't have to make 2 videos out of this. Yay! I'm saving time. Alright, once again, thank you guys for watching. And whenever it happens, if there's any big news, there'll be another What's Your Opinion video. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video that I'm working on. Later, everyone!